Chanchu is a typhoon. The maximum intensity near its center is estimated to be about 170 kilometers per hour. In fact, Chanchu is the most intense typhoon that enters the South China Sea in May in our record. On this present track, we expect Chanchu to enter the 800-kilometer radius of Hong Kong tonight, by which time the Hong Kong Observatory has to consider the issuing of the #1 standby signal. On the present track, local winds are expected to strengthen starting Tuesday night to Wednesday morning, so we cannot rule out the possibility of the #3 signal. However, Chanchu is still more than 800 kilometers from the South China coast, so there is still a lot of uncertainty in its forecast track.
吹襲完菲律賓嘅颱風珍珠正集結喺西沙之東南偏東大約370公里，時速大約14公里，吹向華南沿岸。天文台高級科學主任潘海圖形容，珍珠係有紀錄以嚟5月進入南海嘅最強颱風，預料今晚有可能發出1號戒備信號。
珍珠咧係一個颱風嚟嘅，咁佢嗰個中心風力咧，我哋估計咧係每小時達到170公里嘅。事實上咧，珍珠係有紀錄以來咧5月進入南海最強嘅颱風嚟嘅。咁到時咧，天文台咧係要考慮咧就係發出呢個1號嘅戒備信號。香港嘅風力咧就會係禮拜2晚到禮拜3朝咧就開始增強嘅。3號風球嗰個可能性就唔能夠排除嘅。
受到颱風影響，潘海圖話本週中期天氣情況轉壞，狂風大驟雨，聽日稍後就會出現。
我哋預料聽日晏啲嘅時候咧就開始有啲狂風大驟雨㗎啦。咁就星期3天氣係會最差嘅，有相當大嘅雨同埋有啲狂風。咁啊，星期4初期都仲係天氣比較差嘅，有大雨啦。
佢又特別提醒市民，暗湧係早於颱風出現，因此即使未發出戒備信號，海面都有可能會有暗湧。市民要避免到岸邊睇浪，以及不要進行海上活動，防止意外發生。勞工處要提醒僱主要盡早同僱員磋商，定明颱風同埋暴雨警告下嘅工作安排，避免不必要嘅爭拗。另外，屋宇署都推出搭建棚架嘅指引，當中包括建議業界14日要檢查竹棚1次。如果遇上天文台發出熱帶氣旋警告等較大風勢嘅情況下，要增加巡查次數，期望令到棚架更加安全同穩定。
Chanchu now is 370 kilometers to the east-southeast of Sisha, and is continue to track northwards at a steady speed of 14 kilometers per hour, getting closer to the South China coast. On the present track, we expect Chanchu to enter our 800-kilometer radius later tonight, and we will have to consider issuing the standby signal #1. On this track, we also expect local winds to strengthen gradually, starting tomorrow night to Wednesday morning. So we cannot rule out the chance of #3 by that time.
So how intense is this storm, and how would you compare it to ones that have come through here in the past?
Chanchu is a typhoon, a fairly intense one. The maximum wind speed near its center is 170 kilometers per hour. So on our record, this is the most intense typhoon that enters the South China Sea in May.
Yeah, it's very unusual to have a storm this early in the season, isn't it? A typhoon.
Not really. In fact, we do have a number of quite intense storms that occurred in the South China Sea in this month, but not as intense as this one. For example, in 1954, we have Typhoon Elsie, maximum intensity up to 167 kilometers per hour, so not too far away. And then in 1989, we have Typhoon Brenda, 129 kilometers per hour. So Typhoon Chanchu is so far the most intense one, but not by a very large margin.
When we had typhoons coming through this early in the season, did that indicate we were going to have a bad typhoon season?
Not really. In fact, we can have tropical cyclone signal as early as April. For example, in 1967, we have Violet, which caused us to issue the #1 in April. So not really very unusual.
So as you say, you expect it to come within 800 kilometers of Hong Kong later tonight, and
yeah.
that will mean that the #1 signal will be raised.
Not 100%, because we still have to consider whether it is posing a threat to Hong Kong. So we will look at the forecast track at the time when it enters the 800-kilometer radius.
Okay, so when is it likely to be closest to us on its present track?
Well, on the present track, the thing that we can say with confidence is that it will enter the 800 kilometers radius tonight, and then by tomorrow night and then Wednesday morning, the string will start to pick up, the winds will start to pick up. But more than that, further than that, we have very little confidence in saying anything because it's still so far away from Hong Kong. It's more than 800 kilometers, so there's still a large uncertainty.
喺南海嘅颱風珍珠呢，就喺夜晚嘅時間呢，就已經進入咗香港嘅800公里範圍之內㗎啦。咁亦都可能會影響到香港。咁天文台呢，就喺夜晚嘅9點40分呢，就發出今年嘅第一個嘅1號戒備信號嘅。喺夜晚10點鐘嘅時間呢，就珍珠呢，就集結喺香港嘅南面，大概係750公里㗎。咁預計佢會向北移動，咁就時速大概係14公里，吹向呢個廣東海岸嘅。咁如果按照現時呢個預測路徑呢，咁相信香港喺聽日呢，就個風勢就會逐漸咁增強㗎啦。咁就所以呢，就喺聽晚啊，直至到係即係星期三嘅早上呢，就有可能需要改發呢個3號強風信號嘅。嗱，咁就天氣方面呢，聽日呢就會係即係整體係多雲啲啦，有啲零散嘅狂風驟雨嘅。咁而喺聽日稍後呢，雨勢仲有時頗大添嘅，大家特別留意啦。咁就預計呢，到星期三嘅時間呢，就天氣呢就唔係太過好啦。咁屆時呢，啲風勢會頗大啦，咁並且有啲狂風大雨嘅。咁要到呢個禮拜嘅後期呢，天氣先至好轉嘅。咁就特別提大家啦，就最好而家就立即採取呢個防風嘅措施咧，就以免遭受到損失啦。咁就另外咧，如果係準備前往澳門啊、離島或者其他邊遠地區咧，就最好留意你嘅計劃可能會受到天氣嘅影響而即係改變嘅。咁另外咧，就啲較為細小嘅船隻咧，就最好盡早做好啲呢個防風嘅措施。咁另外咧，就最好留意電台或者電視台嘅即係有關呢個熱帶氣旋嘅動態嘅。整晚同今朝嚟講呢，喺南海嘅颱風珍珠呢係好穩定咁向北移動嘅。咁喺朝早6點嘅時間呢，佢喺香港南面大概係630公里嘅。咁啊，預計佢都會係繼續向北方向移動呢，就時速嘅大概14公里，就係繼續係吹向呢個廣東海岸嘅。咁如果按照呢個嘅預測路徑呢，香港今日嘅風勢呢就會逐漸咁樣增強嘅，咁所以呢，就喺今晚啊到禮拜三嘅早上呢，係有可能需要改發呢個3號強風信號嘅。咁就天氣方面呢，就今朝暫時嚟講啲雨就唔係特別太過大嚇，咁就個別地區都係錄到微量雨量記錄啦。咁但係呢，就隨住呢個珍珠一路係接近呢個廣東海岸呢，我哋會陸續受佢嘅雨帶影響嘅。咁所以今日整體呢，都會係多雲啲啦，就會有啲零散狂風驟雨，尤其是喺即係今日嘅稍後時間呢，啲雨勢係有時頗大嘅。咁到禮拜三嘅時間呢，就香港仍然係會受到呢個颱風珍珠嘅影響嘅，咁所以呢，就聽日呢風勢會頗大啦，咁並且有啲狂風大雨嘅，咁要到呢個禮拜嘅後期呢，天氣就會好轉翻嘅。
Chanchu is now located at 540 kilometers to the south of Hong Kong. It is tracking northward steadily at a speed of 18 kilometers per hour. The intensity of the typhoon remains at 170 kilometers per hour, so it's still a very intense typhoon. We expect local winds to strengthen gradually today, and the strong wind signal number 3 may be required tonight or Wednesday morning. The rain bands of Chanchu is now quite close to Hong Kong, so we are expecting squally heavy showers to set in later during the day, and weather will be worst tomorrow with heavy rain and squalls. But on Thursday, the rain will start to ease off, and weather will improve gradually.
珍珠加快至到時速18公里向北移動。廣州中心氣象台嘅預報人員預測，珍珠喺聽日下晝至到後日上晝登陸深圳至到廣東饒平一帶。廣東省中部同埋東部海面經已出現8級陣風，瓊州海峽嘅陣風達到6級，只有海口至到廣東海岸嘅短途航線維持正常。預料稍後當達到陣風9級嘅時候，將會全面停航。粵海鐵路來往 往廣州至到海口嘅列車亦已經停駛。氣象專家相信珍珠係歷年5月份影響廣東省最強嘅颱風，提醒群眾要注意防禦大風、海潮、山洪、泥石流同埋水浸，船舶要盡快回港避風。福建全省緊急部署各項防禦工作，省防汛抗旱指揮部通報全省9個重要城市嘅負責人，福建省市縣3級防汛辦進入24小時值班。台灣嘅氣象人員亦準備最快喺今日發出今年第一個海上颱風警報。受珍珠嘅外圍環流影響，全台灣各地天氣不穩定，氣象局已經發出豪雨特報。北部山區、東半部地區同埋恒春半島將會有局部地區性嘅大雨或豪雨，群眾要提防塌方、落石同埋泥石流。氣象局又向沿海地區同埋恒春半島發出陸上強風特報，預料將會有10至11級嘅強陣風。